I'm out in the woods this morning. Possibly the worst morning I could have picked. There's a storm blowing in over Ireland. Storm Kathleen of all things. And yeah, today was the only chance I was going to have for a long time. So I'll just come out, brave the elements. Yeah, I just feel like I've been doing not only working the last forever. you know them weeks when you just feel like all you do is sleep and go to work, come home, sleep, go to work. Oh yeah, it's been busy. Life's been busy, and I'm still cracking on with trying to get my back sorted. I still have a fair few pains in my right leg, so I'm trying to get that sorted, and it's just eating up all of my free time, doing all the exercises and all that jazz. Not going to get into it, don't panic. Once the tree doesn't fall on me now, this was a good decision. I wouldn't recommend coming out to the woods, in these conditions, but I need it, I need it. I don't know if you're the same, but I just need to be out. Biscuits today, rich tea. Can't go wrong with rich tea. I have about 8 of them in there. The last time I had that cup as well was when I was out with my daughter and I couldn't find it anywhere. And I was really worried that I had left it out here and it fell out of the bag or something happened to it. I located it inside the teapot after weeks of looking for it. So I was delighted when I found that. It's really light. It's one of those Wildo cups. It's really light, folds up. Happy days. And I think it's better than those Seed to Summit ones because it has a nice wide base. It means it won't tip over. I've had my Seed to Summit one tip over a few times, and it's no crack when that happens. Especially when you have only brought one tea bag, which I never do. I have more than enough tea bags every time I go anywhere, just in case one rips or something catastrophic like that happens. I went camping there a little while ago. It's the first time after about 5 months, and I was all over the place, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. I think I've sussed it out, I kind of had high expectations for the first camp back. I put a bit of pressure on the camp, do you know what I mean, to have it. I don't know, I was just expecting too much, and I didn't put enough preparation into it. I was just so excited to get out that I didn't actually do much planning or anything like that. I barely checked the weather forecast and it absolutely lashed all night. You might have noticed that I've changed up my attire recently. I have a new hat, got that from Decathlon. I have a leaf stuck to my hand. That was actually a Christmas present, and you can get them in Decathlon. They're only 13 quid. It's absolutely brilliant. Like, the quality is fantastic on it, but it just saves me head getting scratched when I'm going in through the trees. Also keeps the rain off your head, which is ideal in Ireland because it's always raining. And you can wax it, which is even better. So I might try that sometime. Other than that, I just have wool jumpers, and wool is a natural fibre. It helps to regulate your body temperature, and it saves its insulation properties even when it's wet. Now, obviously not all of its insulation properties, and you don't want to be going around in a wet jumper, but yeah, other than that, I'm just kind of wearing, that's a Corinthia jacket, army surplus. It's green, blends into the trees. I don't want to be standing out like a spare thumb when I'm in here. Yeah, so I haven't changed up my attire for the fashion side of things. It's more for the practicality of it. Keeps me comfortable when I'm out, I think it's nice to, go out like this when you can. Because obviously if you're waiting to go for a camp or whatever, it can be very hard to get the time to go for that sort of thing. Whereas this is an hour and a half out in the woods, just chilling, drinking tea. It just helps you kind of get through the next few days, or clear your mind after the last few days, you know what I mean? It's nice just to take a break. Just sit down, leave the phone to one side. I started uploading a few videos on TikTok. That thing, you'd be there looking at your phone, and before you know it, 45 minutes of your life is gone. It's like you just can't help it. It's so addictive. So I've really tried. It just sucks you in, like it just draws you in, and it's like poof. The time is just gone. It's ridiculous. And then what you were supposed to be doing, which would be much more productive, is you've no time to do that now. So it's just mad. Something else I've noticed about TikTok is that there's a lot of negative videos on it. Like really just content that you don't really want to be consuming. You don't want to fill your head with that sort of stuff, because it just wear you down, you know. Having all that negativity coming into you all the time, like you're just bombarded with it. So I always try and avoid the news. I try and avoid watching it. I try and avoid listening to it. And I'm aware of what's going on in the world, but I just don't think it's healthy to take it all on board and carry it around with you. There's so much negativity out there that I just want to put little positive videos up, and maybe, you know, just give people a break, you know, because the news always feeds on the bad news, the bad stuff, all the bad stuff in the world that's going on. I very rarely see good news. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm just trying to put a little bit of positivity back out there, you know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, or it's just my opinion. I don't want to have that level of knowledge of all the negative stuff that goes on, you know. It's just a lot to take on, and I think the media and all that thrive on negative news and the negative stuff that happens in the world. I'm not into it, I have to say. So I've been out and about doing a little bit to make things a little bit better in my own kind of environment, my own kind of places that I pass through in my life and stuff like that. You know, when I'm out and about, I see stuff being dumped into the woods, and I obviously have a lot of respect for the animals that live here, and the trees and the moss and the leaves, everything, just the natural world, you know. So I've been doing a little bit to try and make things a little bit better, and it's a drop in the ocean, like, you know. I probably will never even put a dent into it, but I'm gonna try. And if I can spend a bit of my free time making a difference to even a little bird that's hopping around, that they don't have to encounter this litter or that broken glass or that bit of plastic or whatever, and make me feel a bit better, you know. I've actually managed to have another half a cup of tea. 2.5 cups of tea, you can't go wrong with that. But I'm quickly running out of time here now, so I need to drink this pretty quick. I have so much content planned for the future. So many trips planned, so many camps, not planned, but ideas of camps that I want to do, or experiences I want to share with you guys, that it's going to be interesting. I just have to get my leg fixed, because my leg is still a bit bandy. But I hope you're all keeping well and you're getting out and about, and if you're not able to get out and about, I hope you're enjoying these videos, because I know what it's like when you're stuck and you can't get out, you know. That was a grand way to start the day. I know it was only a quick one, but I appreciate you joining me, and hopefully you'll stick around and join me for the next one, and I'll see you then. Good luck.